Hey, it's Rich Knapp with Common Joe Flyer Videos. As you notice, there's something a little different here. Yeah, my table's gone because we got Fun Fly coming up this weekend, and we had one last weekend. So a lot of my stuff is still broke down. That way we can just, load the van real easy. Alright, now, I'm very casual. This is going to be a very casual review. So, alright, well, I told you guys I was looking at doing a review on a little quad that Tammy and my one son got. So this is the review on it. We got it at the local hobby store. It's made by Dromida, and it's the Verso. It's ready to fly. We only paid $39.99 for this, at our store. So it's like, holy cow! I was looking at getting a new board and stuff for my Nano QX, and this is pretty much the same size, and basically the whole unit was for the same price as the board for my Nano QX. This is a 3D quad, which for its size is really kind of cool. What you get in the box is you get the Nano QX, or the what's it called again? The Verso. You get the Verso, you get extra blades, you get a charge port, you get one battery. You get some, I've never seen this before, but you get little buttons to use on top of the sticks where it'll be like using a video game controller if you want to thumb it. Like I said, you get the controller, which does have a LED readout. It comes in green, red, blue, and yellow. And color coordinating blades with the colored blades, and then the black blades for either in the back or the front, whatever you want. Now, our son has been flying it. He likes it. His cats don't, but he likes it. He flew it outside last weekend, and that was the first time he ever flew anything, and he actually did pretty good. This does flip. You can fly it inverted. Then you can also do a flip where you flip back upright, so like a 360 flip. It comes with 4 AA batteries for the transmitter. The transmitter does have a battery power readout and a transmitter connection with the quad. It has a readout for that. I'll show you that when we look at the transmitter stuff and when we unbox it. It also comes with a little tool to take props off and put them back on. We've been averaging around 7-minute flights with it. When we first started flying it, the first like 1 or 2 times we flew it, it was a little bit less, but now that the battery's been cycled, we're getting around 7-minute flights out of it. There is little lights on the back of it you can turn on and off, and those lights will start flashing when you get down on power, and then it'll go to 50% power when you get into the low voltage, so that you can land and disconnect your battery before your LiPo is no longer good anymore because it won't take a charge. It surprisingly handles really good in wind compared to the Nano QX. I like Blade, I like my Nano QX, but I do have to say that this does handle the wind better. It's not like a great big one, but it handles the wind better. It does have stability mode. It does have where you can turn the stability mode off and fly regular. When you flip it and go and fly inverted, the only thing as a helicopter guy that I find it being a little disappointing in is when you flip it upside down, the stick doesn't change. You can be anywhere and you're still controlling the height. Now, the nice part about that, if you're flying around and you crash and it flaps around and ends up landing in the opposite orientation than what you were flying, all you have to do is drop the stick all the way to 0, and then you can take off, because it automatically remembers which way it's inverted, it's sitting. If it's inverted or upright, it automatically remembers that. So, okay, now let's go ahead and dig down in and take a closer look at everything. You can see that they're almost the same size. Now the Verso comes with a 350 milliamp 25C battery. The Nano comes with a 150 25C.
Now I'm not hooked up to the quad right now. But you can see there's markings for the trim, battery power readout, and over here is the connection to the quad for radio signal. And as you see, there's nothing because the quad isn't plugged in. Now you have this switch. You can actually set your rates. Like this switch here is 20 rates, 60 rates, and 100 rates. Your switch will give you readout, or stick will give you readout. Right now, again, we're not hooked up to the quad, so, well, now there it goes. Right, 100. That's the percentage on the stick. Now, this switch will take this button, you push it once, and it'll take you from stability to regular 3D. Now, the manual don't tell you about that. And then, let me switch hands. This one is the one that takes you for your flipping. One will flip it, and then it'll flip it. And you hold it, and it'll flip it twice. This switch will turn on and off your lights on the underside. Now, when you do your trims, see, they'll move on there. And solid beep when it's in the middle.
Something I forgot to mention is when you bind to it and you turn your transmitter on and stuff, you have to you have to go all the way up with the stick and then bring it all the way back down in order for the quad to initiate. And this one, you have to plug the quad in first and then turn the transmitter on. See, now it's flashing? It's because it's not initiated. You got to take the stick all the way up and all the way back down again. Now the light went solid. Now that quad is initialized. Alright, see now it's upside down. See how it's upside down? I just bring the stick all the way to the bottom. Now back is still back, front is still front. The only thing that's different is the stick. There's the little lights I was telling you about for they'll flash when it gets down there. See now with the nose pointing forward, left is left, right is right, forward is forward, backward is backward. And the stick is just like any other stick. You know, up is elevation, down is down. Right is right, left is left. Now, the transmitter is a little bit tight and kind of a little bit sloppy on it, but I mean, what do you expect for $30? You know, the DX9? Alright, let's see how this flips. All I do is I push the flip button and then I push the direction I want it to flip. And she's doing a 360 flip. I'll finish up and top off the review up here on my couch. Okay, on the review for the quad, you know, for construction, you know, it's pretty doggone good construction. You know, as much banging around as we've been doing with it, we haven't broke anything yet. So we're pretty happy with that. Now, as far as for flip rate, that I give a 10 out of 10. you know, even if you do a 360, it gives, you know, I give it a 10 out of 10 because I'm not used to flying quads, and when I can flip it a 360, and you know, like my third time, I kind of start getting used to how much throttle I have to give it. You know, it must be pretty decent. And the way my son had picked up on it and was flying it and stuff after, you know, only a couple flights and in wind, you know, for usability and user friendly, I'd have to give it at least about a well, I'm only going to give it an 8 because it doesn't mention how to go between 3D and self level, or you know, self level and normal flying in the instruction book, but or you know, easy and hard. Okay, now let's see. So, alright, durability, I give it a 10. User friendly, I give it a, you know, like an 8 as far as for instruction manual. User friendly as far as for learning to fly and stuff, I give it a 10 out of 10, seeing as how you know, it's been basically just pick it up and fly, and it's been handling good. As far as let's see here. Okay, the colors and stuff, you know, it's good. I mean, it's a 10. But overall, yeah, I give it you know, a good review. You know, Tammy likes her other Dromidas that's a little bigger. I can't remember what that one's called. But this one here being a smaller one and stuff, you know, and the way it's been flying, we haven't had any issues with it. So I would recommend it to any, especially for the price. You can't go wrong. Heaven sakes, no. I'd recommend it. You know, the transmitter is really nice. I mean, it ain't no DX9 or DX8, but you know, it's nice for a $30 radio. It's pretty doggone nice. It handles wind, not a lot, but a lot more than the Nano QX. It's a fun little toy. So if you're looking at just puttering around and it only weighs like oh cripe sakes, it ain't even nowhere near the FAA needing to register for the size. Even, you know, battery and the whole works. So if you want a fun little toy to tinker around with, feel confident that if you pick one of these up, that you'll get your money's worth out of it before something goes wrong. I can trust me on that. So okay, until next time, happy flying.